Hi, boys and girls, it's Mrs. Growth, and I have another farm book for us today. This one has a little bit of a math take on it. This is called Farm Patterns. So we're going to visit a farm and see what kinds of patterns that we notice on the farm. Okay, this is written by Nathan Olson. I wonder if he's related to Mr. O, our PE teacher. Farm Patterns. I think I'm seeing one right on the cover. Are you seeing the rows of corn, the silk on the corn? That looks like a pattern. A pattern repeats over and over again. This is a nonfiction book, so I know that it is because it says it has a table of contents. So that tells us about the different parts of the book and what we can find on different pages. What is a pattern? A pattern is a repeated shape or color. Let's see what patterns we can find on the farm. Farmers plant row after row of crops. Repeating rows make a pattern. So see how we've got a pattern going, not just one row, but many rows. A field of green grass growing on the farm does not make a pattern. So this side doesn't have a pattern for us to see, but we can see our pattern over here. Field and fence patterns. So we can even get patterns from fields and fences. When farmers mow hay, stripes fill the field with a pattern. So see that stripe of the white of the hay cut down? Hay bales stack up in a square pattern. The twine used to tie the hay bales makes a pattern too. So you can see little lines here in the hay, and that's from the twine, which is a fancy word for string that helps keep all the hay or dried grass together. A pattern of long fences winds around the horse farm. So as we look at the fence, you can see how it makes a pattern of long post, and then we've got our slats. Long post, slats, long post, slats. Icicles sparkle during winter months. This farm pattern is made from frozen water drops. So can you see, friends, how the icicles are coming down in straight lines, making a pattern? Pretty cool. Some farm patterns are very big. They curve round and round as far as you can see. So look at those interesting patterns that are made when the farmer mows down his hay. Other farm patterns are so tiny. They are as tiny as the stripes on a caterpillar. So do you see how these stripes on the caterpillar and the eye spots, they make it look like a pattern. Wow. Rows of evergreens stretch out in a straight line pattern on a tree farm. So there's lots of ways to look at that. See how we've got the straight lines you can see in between each tree, or you can look at it at the rows. Very cool. And over here, we've got lavender. Pretty purple paths of lavender plants make a single color pattern. So it's lavender, grass, lavender, grass, lavender, grass. Repeating patterns repeat over and over again. Machine patterns. So these bold words up here, these are telling us that we have a new chapter. So in our teaching books, sometimes things are broken up into chapters. So now we're going to learn about the kinds of patterns that machines can make on a farm. Giant tractor tire treads have patterns that grip the ground. So see how it makes like slanted line V's over and over again. Tracks from the tire treads press a pattern into the farm soil. So then as we look at the soil, you can see where the tires went. It matches the pattern that's on the tire. Machines water farm crops with a pattern of pipes, wheels, and hoses. So you can see the way that the irrigation machine is built creates a pattern that repeats over and over again in each section. And it goes wheel, pipes and water, wheel, pipes and water. So that's our pattern, right? Combines cut ripe grain from the field. Side by side, they work together in a pattern. So then as you look, you see the mower of the combine that's harvesting the wheat. Then there's wheat, and then there's the machine. Wheat, machine, wheat, machine. So it creates a lovely looking pattern. Here's another new chapter, Farm Animal Patterns. This pony pattern is made by horses in their stalls. You might say that they are neighbors. So here, can you see the pattern? It was a little tricky at first for me. So there's horse head, green door, horse head, green door, horse head. What would come next? Green door, that's right. Curious cows peek out of their pen in a pattern. This was another little tricky one. Low head, high head, low head, high head, low head. What would come next? High head. That's right. So patterns keep repeating. Hungry pink piglets eat ear to ear in a pattern. So we've got ear, face, ear, ear, face, ear, ear, face, ear, ear, face. What comes next? Ear. Great job. Four little barn owls line up in a pattern. Aren't they a hoot? So look at that. They go 1, 2, 3, 4 in a row. So cute. Hens lay fresh eggs in the hen house every day. These hens nest in an orange and black pattern. Isn't that neat? So we've got orange hens, black hens, orange hens, black hens. What would come next? That's right, orange hens. This feathered fowl rules the roost. The pointy red pattern on his head is called a rooster's comb. So see how it's pointy, 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 pointy. So that makes a pattern. And this is called a comb because it almost looks like the teeth of a comb that we would use to comb our hair. Patterns of all colors and shapes grow on the farm. So you can see, looking at the fields, how we see all kinds of different patterns going on based on how the grass grows, whether or not the grass is dried out, what the crop is. Very interesting. All right, the end. I hope you enjoyed looking at patterns on the farm, and now you can go outside into your yard and see if you find any patterns in your yard or your neighborhood, or maybe even just inside your house. So go look for some patterns, friends. I'll see you later.